You come from a hockey family, I would assume, since your brother, cousin, everybody plays in the show, or is this like a first generation hockey family?
Yeah, first generation. My dad and uncles were football players. They actually played at Nodak. They were football guys. All three of my uncles played at, or two of my uncles played at North Dakota than my dad. So all three brothers were football players. My dad was a wide receiver. One uncle was a free safety, and my uncle Mark was a linebacker. Though just absolutely Barry guys. So yeah,
They ever give you advice, like when you're going through those hard times, of like just calm
yeah,
down, son, or is it like he didn't play hockey and didn't quite get it?
yeah. I think they can help you, but at the same time, college football is not the same as playing at the highest level, right? And it's a different sport, and you're dealing with GMs and college hockey, college football. That's great, but it's not a business. And when you turn pro,
it is now according to the NCAA.
yeah, now it is for sure with those bags those kids are getting. But yeah, at least when I was in college, and my dad and uncles, they for sure can help you. But going through it for the first time is just like, whoa, like you got to take some on the chin, I think.
Can you talk about, and I was listening to an interview you had the other day, I thought it was really good. You're talking about when you'd finished hockey, you decided to retire recently, and you felt almost like worthless and useless for a period of time. Like, can you take me through like that mindset of like trying to find yourself after you've basically like stripped away your hockey identity?
Yeah, I think like you tie so much of your identity to the hockey player. Like everyone knows you your whole life is just the hockey player, and that's what you do. That's what you are. If you're having a good day or your mood on how you've been playing lately, and it's all you think about. You become hyper focused. You become OCD about your profession, and it becomes just who you are internally. So when that ends, and you're like, holy. Like, yeah, I want to do something different now. Yeah, obviously, I want to go into this media space that I've been thinking in my head for X amount of years I've been wanting to do in entertainment. But then you actually do it. You're like, okay, now you're reintroducing yourself as, you get caught. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm Jordan Schmaltz. You're like, oh, I'm not the hockey player. What do I'm like, start this podcast. So that's like this whole identity crisis of having to shed, a layer of skin and become the new person you are at face value of from this day on. You're no longer the hockey player. So I think that was the biggest thing is like, that in-between phase of kind of becoming who you are, but also like reintroducing people to what you do now and then meeting new people. It's like, well, you're not the hockey player and you used to play hockey. That's something you used to do. But now it's like, okay, this is who I am from this day forward. So I think that comes with a little bit of a, not so much identity crisis, but it really makes you look within and tap into your intuition of who you actually are at the core, that you're not just a hockey player. There's a lot more different things to you, way more, there's way more angles or depths to you. So that was the biggest thing. I was like, shit, like, I'm doing this, but you're not the hockey player anymore. You're this guy that talks about hockey or entertainer. So that took me a little bit to get through that and work through that and, feel good about what I'm doing now. And, yeah, man, it's definitely a process. You hear athletes all the time talk about that, though. It's like, and the biggest thing is, I think for me is you got to find a purpose, like quick. Like I didn't want to sit around. Like, yeah, there's some days I might have been feeling shitty and maybe second guessing. Oh, could I go play hockey again? Could I go somewhere in Europe? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Where it's like I got to find a purpose of my new thing, and I got to go for that, and I got to set my stakes on what that looks like. Because once you lose that purpose of whatever you're doing, like that's when you're swimming in circles, and you hear about anxiety or depression and different things like that is because you don't have that purpose of why you wake up every day. So that's what I wanted to find quick. And I knew what I wanted to do, but it's just more so putting in the plan in motion.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.